My name is John Cassar. I'm the full-time director and co-executive producer of 24. I've basically been with the show since the beginning. I just started taking a lot of pictures and noticed that a lot of my crew members were doing the same thing. And after about 5 years worth, all kind of looked at them together and said, wow, this is a lot of pictures. And there's a lot of pictures here that the fans would absolutely go crazy about because they are the inside look at what we do here at 24. So it was just sort of a natural progression to say, wouldn't this be great as a book?
24 is a very action-packed show and has a very specific visual style.
It's just a vigorous onslaught of energy.
You want to capture the conflict, the heightened moment that's going to make everybody sit on the edge of the seat. I want to see that episode. Photographer being in this dynamics, I have to pay attention exactly where this operator is going to be, where this operator is going to be, and being like almost like a third camera, working with everybody else, making sure at the same time that I don't get in the way.
There's a shot that Isabella shot of Kiefer, a really beautiful shot with dark glasses on, where he's turned and looking back over his shoulder.
It was downtown Los Angeles at the railroad tracks. And it was like the last day of season 4. And I also was hidden by this, it was like sort of a pile of wood. It was just a split of a second that he looked back. And Kiefer's not even aware I'm there at all.
One of the photos that I really enjoy is a stunt that we did with a helicopter blowing up in the Los Angeles River basin. The helicopter blows up as some F-16s fly by. And there's a stuntman coming away from the helicopter, leaping in midair. And to get that shot, I set my camera on multiple exposures, hit my shutter release, and they did the explosion right on cue, and the stuntman got him in midair, and it turned out to be a really neat shot.
I take these pictures while they're rolling, which makes it tricky because I am part of this intricate dance.
Every now and again, because I had a camera on the set, I would be present at an event that was timeless and happened and had gone and moved on. When you know the facts, it has a lot more meaning, the shot, and it's just a quiet shot of Kiefer alone surrounded by these jets. I think we all sort of, who had cameras on set, we were attracted to those moments.
And I think I like any picture that shows an actor really just being himself, not in character. So very different from the publicity shots that you know the fans of the show have thousands of. This is sort of the opposite of that. It's completely 180 of that. It's an actor smiling just before he goes on. And you can see that there's a slightly different look on their faces. They're being who they are. They're being themselves.
I particularly liked the photo I took of Kiefer one day. He was up on the roof, and he was rehearsing his lines. He needed a little time deciding how he was going to tackle the scene that he was doing. It was a shootout on top of a roof with a helicopter, and I had the unique opportunity to happen to be passing by him and without disrupting him, get a shot of him just by himself sitting on the stairs, reading his sides.
These days I carry a camera most places most of the time and look for something that's a little different. You know, there's a picture of John Cassar that I have that's on his wall, actually, of him standing on a helipad on top of a building in great light and looking very imperial.
It used to be very difficult to take pictures on set. The lighting is very low. You never knew what you were getting. You'd take a whole roll of film just to find out later that you really didn't get anything. Suddenly digital cameras came out. They were in phones, they were small, they were easy to take, and you got instant feedback on whether the lighting was suitable to get a good picture. So I jumped on the digital bandwagon right away. And it became sort of a morale thing. As a gift to the crew, I would take a whole bunch of pictures, print them up, and I would give them out at the end of the show, and everyone loved them. And I realized, wow, this is great, I'll start doing it on every show. And so started taking a lot of pictures while I was on set.
Having a book that is a selective pick of all the greatest shots from the past 5 seasons is tremendous because you can look back at it similar to a yearbook in high school.
I'm so happy that this book is coming out because a lot of those pictures you just take and they don't see the light of day because they're just lost. They're not used for the publicity. And a lot of the times they're just wonderful moments.
When you're on a television show for as long as we've been, it's 5 years now. I mean, you really are a family. There's just no doubt about it. People have got married, people have got divorced, there's been kids that have been born. We've seen women that are on the crew that are pregnant. We watch them through their whole 9 months.
Marcy's delightfully pregnant, and there's gonna be a baby soon, but she needs pictures like this. They won't be there very much longer.
And so you really grow up as a family. And Kiefer has said it all the time, and I know he's sort of the head of this family. And basically, your crew becomes a family. And so the book is really a family album, is what it becomes, because it's going to be a reminder of these 5 years that we've all spent working very, very hard to make this show as special as it is.